All right. So back to the song, right? Life in Disguise. Uh, the spelling is wonky, and the type of creative person and the type of creativity that I dove into, I've learned I've got to like really reel it in sometimes because I can just go out there and stay out there if not go further. So there's one of those times where, like in hindsight, I wish I would have reeled that in a little bit. But like I said, the metadata is out there. It is what it is. So that's what we're rocking with. The Life in Disguise. Earlier I said it was may or may not be like based in truth. So is it a true story? Is it not? Okay, so it is okay. So parts of it is real, parts of it are real, and then parts of it really happen, and then parts of it are like fictitious, and parts of it I've thrown in there just to keep the narrative of the song sort of cohesive. Um, but I think more of it is true than it's probably best for me to be like rapping about. But you know, it's one of those things. It is what it is. Um, yeah. So I mean, I'll say this. When I was making it, like in my mind, it is a story about my sexual escapades. I'm a Scorpio, so like the topic of sex and just like other taboo things like death and like truth, things of that nature. So, like I've noticed and I've had to learn, like it's not, to me, it's just like another topic of conversation, but for other people, it's not as easy to openly talk about. Um, and I know that has implications as far as like living life and stuff in society, especially the society that we live in now. It is a thing that has a certain energy that does certain things that it's not detrimental, but like it definitely is a thing, um, which makes things interesting. And I'm the type of weird that like I'll throw it out there just to see what happens, like how people react and what are those implications that happen, um, whether it be detrimental or not. Like I'm curious to see. As I grow older, like I'm becoming less curious, but I digress. Um, so yeah, like that topic. I mean, it stays on top of mind. I know it probably does for like a lot of people, but so hopefully it connects. That energy flows through the song and connects with more people. Hopefully that is dope. Um, yeah, so it is like without getting too specific, it is based on like three or four occasions, maybe may or may not be, and like put together, and then I try to back in those with just some like recollections and some thoughts about like the whole thing, because we all the whole topic, because we all deal with it. We all I was gonna say something that wasn't true. Like we all deal with the idea, the topic, at least one or a few points in life. Um, so it's just like I felt like just throw in some things that it's kind of like a letter to an unborn child type things. So hopefully, like that sort of adds artistic value. to this piece of work that like maybe like the audio version of softcore. like there's a lot of backstory to that comment that I'll say for a later date. Most people probably don't want to get into, but in order for like a work to be deemed art, it's got to have um, like artistic value to enough people for it to just not be passed off as like distasteful, like whatever, like not art. So like hopefully those like life reflections can sort of help push the song in that direction. Um, yeah, but so having said that, like I feel like I do have to bring this up, and I do want to bring this up. Like I love talking about like the intellectual side and the philosophical side of like pretty much everything, and like there is an unspoken stigmatism that hip hop, like as an artist, you're only allowed to rap about certain things. And you'll find enough people that deny it, and there'll be people that hold influence, that hold a lot more than influence. Like gatekeepers sometimes will tell you, like, that's not true. But yeah, there's plenty of evidence that points towards the contrary, right? And like you talk to people, and if you're making music, eventually you hit a point where like somebody's gonna plant that bug in your ear. It's like it's just gonna happen. I like forgetting where I'm going with this. So like I will say this. I started writing poetry, and that's before I started rapping. But like there is a long point to where I just wanted to make conscious rap music, and that energy hasn't left me. Um, but I feel like more people are more accepting when you do. Um, when you do stay on topic, I'll just say that. We'll call it that, stay on topic. As far as like hip hop music. Maybe one day that'll change, but like for the foreseeable future, like I don't, until like more conversations start happening about it, I don't think it will change at all. And like the general perception of hip hop and hip hop artists is that the only thing on everyone's mind is like money, drugs, or sex, or some combination of those. Um, so, like, I'm not saying that's what made me write Life in Disguise the way I wrote it, but because, as I've said before, once again, I am a Scorpio, and I mean, like, a lot of my artwork is does carry those energies all in through it. Cool talk. Yeah, so but yeah, I think like how I think it would be cool if there were songs that like say you were like a parent, for instance, and like the birds and the bees combo was like uncomfortable. Maybe it was too uncomfortable. And how cool would that be if there's a song that you can just put on and the song just like fit right in and filled that void and like opened up the door for that conversation. and also made it an easier experience for everyone involved. That's not what this song does. But I don't know, maybe one day that song will come through me. Yeah, we shall see. All right, so I probably should have led with this, but all right, life in disguise. Music for all of us is, at least what I'm told, it's sort of like a drug. It is a drug that um, you ingested through your ears to feel a certain way or to like escape a certain feeling or to, yeah. So in a way, well, so it is a drug, right? So how is this song, Life in Disguise, supposed to make you feel? Um, so first off, just my intention. Okay, so my intentions with everything is just like entertain. Um, but at the same time, I do want there to be like some sort of meaning or some sort of essence of value that's transmitted or received. Um, so entertain with this song specifically, Life in Disguise, entertain, enlighten, hopefully, and just like calm. In the midst of chaos, I think even if I just try to go like all out, just like psycho, I think there's still gonna be like an element of calm to it. Maybe one day we shall see. But so, like pretty much, like my personal energy is very calming. I'm told, and just making music, I've realized too, my preference is leans more towards the shades and colors of calm. So this song, um, I don't have like a whole lot of feedback, but from what I do have, um, like it won't get you hyped. It can, but like probably won't. But if it does, if it gets you hyped up, it will be like in a subtle way. But so yeah, so we'll just go with those three to wrap that up. How will Life in Disguise make you feel when you listen to it? Entertained, enlightened a little, and like calm. Yeah. So we'll have like so like the way I wrote it is it's like small dabs, little interjections of just like because like there's a knock against against conscious rap, and there's like elements to it that I won't mention, but I feel like consciousness is best like introduced just in like short spurts, right? It's like because say you're trying to get away from something, so you put on your music, like you're not looking for a lecture for sure, and but so I think another part of my Scorpio trait is to just like suggest or invite like conversations about just like oh, I guess I'll say intellectual conversations about whatever the topic it is. So entertain, yes, and then just like every now and then, just like, have you ever thought about this, or like, what do you think about this? But like all in all, like and all, like, you'll hear me say this over and over, but I would like to use my music to take you to your happy place. Yeah. So on to the next one. All right, so I think it's all.